Today I'm going to tell you about the Kingdom of Italy, how it followed on from Risorgimento. Italy was a group of independent regions trying to unite at a time when the Italian mainland was occupied by a number of foreign powers. British Prime Minister William Gladstone had commented on the terrible living conditions in southern Italy, and this had caused a scandal across Europe. In 1858, Felice Orsini, an agent of Mazzini, led a failed assassination attempt on the French King Napoleon III in Paris, and the reason for doing this was French resistance to Italian unification. Orsini was captured and died by the guillotine, but finally the French entered negotiations with England on the possible acceptable terms of an Italian unification. To learn more about La Bella Italia, consider subscribing. Austria remained vehemently opposed to Italian unification and clutched the Veneto region tightly. The Second Italian War of Independence in 1859 caused the Piedmont Sardinian government to gain Lombardy from Austria. King Vittorio Emanuele II was keen to avoid provoking the French. Sardinia was very much dependent upon French benevolent protection. In 1860, the king ceded Nice and the Savoy region on the Côte d'Azur to France. Garibaldi's birthplace, Nice, was now French. A scandal. Irredentismo is an Italian term for a part of the country of majority Italians under foreign domination, and this remained as a source of tension in both Italian domestic and foreign politics for decades to come. In 1860, Giuseppe Garibaldi led a military campaign to overthrow the Bourbon Kingdom of Two Sicilies in southern Italy and Sicily, and he was politically and financially supported by Piedmont Sardinia. The House of Savoy sought to unite an Italian monarchy under Vittorio Emanuele II under the rules of Piedmont Sardinia, whereas Garibaldi and Mazzini wanted an independent Italian republic. In 1861, Rome was the capital of the Papal States and guarded by a French garrison. The new Italian Parliament declared the creation of Kingdom of Italy. Vittorio Emanuele II was excommunicated by the Pope for his aggression against the Papal States, and he was later rewarded with Altare della Patria in Rome. The earlier spirit of cooperation had quickly evaporated. Cavour of the Sardinian government fomented unrest in the Papal States as a cover for his forces to invade or indeed liberate the Papal States. He wanted rather disingenuously to claim to protect the Roman Catholic Church from the anti-Catholic, secularist, nationalist Republicans of Garibaldi. Garibaldi criticised Cavour, no doubt irked by the ceding of Nice, and warned of the imminent threat of a civil war between North and South Italy. The Kingdom of Italy lacked a common language. This was affecting the ability to set up a national press. The Tuscan regional language was adopted. Cavour and the liberals sought to implement a parliamentary system very similar to the British system, but he died in 1861 and the political instability continued. In 1866, Otto von Bismarck of Prussia offered Vittorio Emanuele II an alliance in the Austro-Prussian War, offering Austrian-controlled Veneto as part of the deal. King Emmanuel agreed. All eyes now turned to Pope Pius IX in Rome. The Franco-Prussian War of 1870 caused Napoleon III to withdraw his French garrison from Rome, unceremoniously abandoning Pope Pius IX. The troops of the Kingdom of Italy now encircled Rome. While Swiss guards and papal zouaves resisted the Kingdom of Italy with guerrilla warfare tactics, Rome was reclaimed and made capital of Italy in 1870. Pope Pius IX was offered the Vatican City, an annual budget, but was denied sovereignty. He was the last pope to be a monarch. The Pope was furious and aggressively rejected all Italian attempts at diplomacy for decades to come. Popes would complain they were prisoners in the Vatican. This remained a cause for concern and embarrassment for Italy. The Roman Catholic Church vigorously opposed the Kingdom of Italy and its successive Italian governments. Economic development remained an ongoing issue. There was virtually no industry or infrastructure. However, attempts to industrialise northern Italy began. Italy was a conservative, patriarchal society with strict family values. It was divided by class. Upper classes defended long-standing traditions and honour. For an example, look at the book The Leopard, or Gattopardo, which describes the views of the aristocracy in this period. Landowners vigorously defended control over their local peasant families. 60% of the population of the Kingdom of Italy worked in agriculture. Landowners were earning revenue from their agricultural land, but not really investing in it becoming more productive. Italian family-owned firms began to struggle against the foreign competition of large foreign corporations. The agricultural sector generally went into decline, and Italy remained dependent on foreign trade and coal and grain in particular. Harmonising rules and local governments across the separate independent regions was a key challenge for the Kingdom of Italy. Each region had developed independent rules and cultures and were extremely wary of new, common, harmonised standards. Each region had its own armed forces, its own rules, and its equipment and traditions, and it took decades to integrate these together. Quality of life in southern Italy was horrific, with malaria and various epidemics. The regional educational systems varied markedly, and Francesco de Sanctis was appointed to make changes. State-funded schools were established to teach a common Italian language. The new Italian kingdom was even divided by food. Many of these regional variations in food are still evident in modern-day Italy. Early governments led by Marco Minghetti were coalitions which invested heavily in infrastructure at a time when it was already heavily in debt. For example, the nationalisation of the railways. In 1876, Agostino de Pretis oversaw a period of general corruption, instability and poverty in southern Italy, as he focused his attempts on creating an authoritarian government and consolidating his power. Francesco Crispi was Prime Minister for 2 terms, between 1887 and 1896. Crispi was a strongman authoritarian leader who banned opposing political parties. He was now focused on foreign policy, and he tried to transform Italy into a world military power with a strong army and a strong navy. In 1882, after disagreements with the British and French over his plans for foreign expansion, he focused instead on improving relations with Germany, joining the Triple Alliance of Germany and Austro-Hungary. Disastrous Italian expansion campaigns ensued in East Africa, Italian Eritrea, Italian Somaliland and Ethiopia. In 1896, the Ethiopian army, Emperor Menelik, routed the Italian troops at the Battle of Adwa. Generally, his personal life and his personal finances were often the cause of scandal. for example the Banca Romana scandal. He was assassinated in 1900 by the anarchist Gaetano Bresci in Monza. This was a former emigrant who'd returned from the USA. Relations remained tense with Austria due to long-standing territorial disputes involving Trentino and Trieste. Vittorio Emanuele III became king. Henry James, in his book Italian Hours in 1909, lovingly detailed how dysfunctional Italy was. All this time, emigration continued.